Good afternoon, Dr. Kiran.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for this podcast with Unnati. I am Ramesh Swamy. I am one of the founder directors of Unnati, and it is a privilege and honor to have you on my show, sir. What all you have achieved is amazing. And let me, when I was reading your profile, I saw a few things. I felt I should ask you. You obviously were a very bright student, right? But I found you going in for BA Arts, and most of those people at that time would have gone for engineering or doctorate or something, but you chose arts. And what made you at that time do that?
No, as you mentioned, I'm not a very bright student. In fact, to be very honest, I was a very mediocre student, easygoing type. Only after a certain age, I really became a little bit studious and serious. And in fact, actually, in 10th, actually, I got first class. And all those who got first class normally goes to science. And it was
an accident. Those days, first class. Those days, first class is super.
Yeah, but it was an accident actually. I was trying to go for science, somehow it got delayed, and then arts was the choice. But looking back at after almost around 40 years of my studying in humanities, I don't regret, because it has made me a good human being. Arts.
No, we are very happy that you are in arts.
And when I was in first PhD itself, I still remember my political science lecturer. It was Rolfi Mascarenhas. He's a man who made political science an interesting subject. From that moment, 1986, 86 onwards, I have been in humanities, and continuously I have gone in the same stream. But more than academics, actually, that institution, there were a lot of extracurricular activities, NCC, sports, debating club, then IAS, then competitive exams clubs and all. And I used to be actively participating in those clubs. Academics was, I was an easygoing chap, actually.
So where were you born, actually? Where were you born? Because you have gone all over,
No, actually, I was born. My parents are actually basically from Kerala, but my father was working in Mysore. So I was born in Trikaripur, Kerala, and I did my initial education till 8th standard in Mysore. Then 9th to my post-graduation I did in Bangalore, Milagres Aloysius College and Bangalore University. And the present Vice Chancellor Dharma was my teacher of Bangalore University.
Wow.
Then I actually the UPSC was in my head, actually. Something I wanted to do, take a career in UPSC. Then I went to JNU. Then I was doing my MPhil. Then reading a lot of things and a little bit of leftist politics there carried me into a different direction. Though I didn't directly participate in any politics, but I was a little bit sympathetic to it. That's all. So that the criticality of thinking and reading actually came to me. See, that's where when I went to Delhi, that's where I became a little bit serious in my academics, and especially I became a little bit of bookworm there, continuously reading a lot of things. And but
I was surprised to see that you became an educationalist, and not an army person, because what you achieved is not ordinary. You were in the parade in New Delhi, Republic Day.
Right.
I believe parade, the standard of marching and all that is something beyond.
Yeah, you are right. Actually, that itself is an achievement. It was a very tough selection. It was around 3 rounds of selection was the preliminary year. Then first round, second round. Then in Bangalore, it was 2 rounds. Then in Bangalore, there were 2 rounds. Then we got selected. And it's within NCC, it's a really an achievement. And actually participating almost for staying there for 1 month and participating in the Republic Day parade, it's really, that's where our patriotism, that goosebumps and all goes up actually. It's even now when I try to recall that, really it's astonishment. It's one of my, I think one of my greatest achievement, I can say.
No doubt. No. So how did, so you didn't go into army, you just did this, you didn't want to go into the services? What stopped you?
Maybe that's the one. Actually, I was from humanities. I was a little bit of interested in flying, so I took actually air wing as in my NCC. I actually, when I took arts also, there was always in my mind either the law or UPSC. There was never in defense forces. So, but NCC was part of it. That's actually gave me a lot of discipline. Discipline, then maintaining time management, and little bit of leadership, because I was the senior under officer in NCC. These are the things a little bit of mold my personality.
So how did you come into becoming a lecturer? How did you come into education? Because you've done so well in education, and that was not your first choice in a way. You wanted to be somewhere else, but you have done so well in education. You have done so many things. You have authored a book. You have been an administrator. You have been a principal. Multi things you have done in the education side. So how did it start?
No, that's once I went to JNU and I gave up my ambition in UPSC. Till I tried, somehow I felt that it's not my cup of tea. Once I became a little bit serious in academics. So I was finished my MPhil and was pursuing my PhD. There was a call offer for lectureship here. Then I immediately took it and very easily I got it, to be very honest. Absolutely, there was no competition. With my background, I got it. And from there, more or less, my academic journey has started. But I couldn't complete my PhD. There's only after 12 years of my service in government job, I did my PhD.
Right. And very interesting topic you have done. Very interesting topic. You brought in your political science, you brought in your academic attitude into it, and then you have done this topic and for something which is so great for Karnataka on secularism in India.
Actually, in India, actually, PhD has become another degree. Most of the thesis or topics which they take up as nothing to do with the problems of the subject, they must have actually inquired. So I did my MPhil on communalism. Then as a solution to it, it was actually secularism, which I had a little bit of idea, and continuously I was thinking about it. So even within that, actually, without limitations, I think looking back at my thesis, I don't think it was of a very high caliber, but I did a little bit of serious work. We know there are a lot of problems the way research is done in our universities, but I think I really did a reasonably good thesis.
It's a very tough topic to handle also. It's not easy.
Not really tough topic. It's controversial, and most of them won't agree, and you start talking to them, then it'll be a serious debate. Then even also end up in exchanging blows also.
Now, I was particularly very happy, similarly looking at what you did. You brought in BC and BCom into logistics and supply chain, which clearly showed that you are a person who's a thinking professor, who's thinking for the country, the youth. It is not common. It is a very special approach, what you did. You introduced this into your college and brought this up. How did this happen? Because this is very important,
Yeah. So let me be very frank with you. Most of the general degree is absolutely useless. The syllabus which is framed by the university and the way we teach and the way the students mug up or do something and they clear the exam, they get degree. And when they go out of the college, it's useless. And I'll to be very honest, this I've been telling, and I'll just give you an incident. Recently, just last month, in my new college, I normally tell them this degree is absolutely, you should do something beyond degree. You should teach something beyond degree, and they should learn beyond something the syllabus. Only then they get the skill. And one of the student had come there, old student. One of my colleagues, she came and told me that see, she's the one who got full 100 marks, and I'm giving a proficiency prize. What you are giving? How much money you are giving? That I won't tell. Then I was having a conversation with her, and she said she's working in some company, insurance, they're earning around 10 to 12,000 rupees, this and all. Then she openly said, "Sir, this degree is useless." Her experience after doing it. So I just see, being a principal was only 2 years, and I had a chance to make some changes, because we cannot start any degree. We can only improvise certain things within the limited framework that we have. So the government had actually sanctioned BCA for us, and they had started it's an apprenticeship embedded program, BCom Logistics. So I did a little bit of research on it, logistics and supply chain management, and I knew that that was a really job-oriented course. So no students was ready to take it up. Then I told them, and I had to convince them. I used to make around, we got around 300 applications for various courses, BCom, BA, and BCA, and BBA. And I used to make the parents and the students to sit in my chamber. Around 10 to 12 parents and the students, they used to sit there, and I used to tell them about this new course. And if 300 applications had come, only around 40 students took it up. That means 260 students did not take it up. They rejected that course. But that is the future, actually.
Absolutely. That is why I asked you that question, because it's extremely relevant. It's so important in the world, not just India. So you are definitely, I feel, ahead when you thought of this. That is why I was wanting to ask you.
I did reasonably recent research. I in fact inquired what are the opportunities in Dubai and all. So logistics with the degree definitely, and a little bit of English communication skills of how to handle things and leadership. Definitely, I knew that those students who come from rural areas, social economic background, if we give a little bit of something like this, then definitely it will empower them. So that was only one job-oriented course that was introduced by the government from the department, which I took it very positively and enthusiastically. But apart from that, whatever students had to be given out of syllabus, there is nothing much to be done. They were good in the sports, cultural, which they used to do. But from our side, actually, there was nothing that we could do. And one thing that to be very, I'm satisfactory and very happy is that when Unnati Guru came to my college, and actually I didn't know about it, and one of my colleagues, actually, he called him, and just after 1 month I took the charge, he came and he was discussing, and I said I didn't know what exactly it was. They said some Unnati skill development program was going on. And I inquired what it was. I said, so this or this and then I told him, if that is the case, you tell me, I'll go out of my way, and all the students must get some sort of training.
What you did was very special. First of all, I have not seen many principals and somebody call us and say, I want this program. Please ensure that your trainer comes. And you were one of those people.
No, when I was in doing my graduation in Aloysius College, I have attended some of these programs. And once in a blue moon, we used to get the JCs used to come and conduct programs. That is part of their propaganda. Okay, but I used to gain that. I had undergone. I knew the value of it. So when I came to know this, and that too, the confidence was actually from your trainer, changemaker Guru. He came and he just told me, let the students come for 2 days. That's all. That is enough. I will guarantee you for the next 30 days, they'll be with me. 28 days, they'll be with me, I said. Then I said, okay, you do it, I said. So I think the first year we could do it only one batch. And then we did 2. I think now after I left that college, Karkala College, now they're having 4 batches. And that's and actually, I do not know what his capacity it is. those who were not even able to speak even one sentence English, at the valedictory function, they used to articulate in English without anybody prompting them or this and that. And I don't know what is the secret actually. So that I actually grabbed it. I said, okay, whatever. As students, I told them, see, if you don't attend the classes, my class, you can bunk my college or classes, but please undergo this training. And most of them,
Wow.
and some of them who had missed it are actually really regretting it. And that's it.
No,
This year also,
I hats off to you on that, because of course two things, what you saw in it is real. It is in a way magic happening, and you will be surprised to hear that we do it in the remotest of areas in Madhya Pradesh, where and tribals come out and speak in English. And there are principals who have said, I'm so happy. I am not able to speak in English, but this tribal youth has made it happen, and thanks to Unnati. So
yeah.
somewhere we feel very proud, because the methodology we use is so open, and we are able to make them do that. Yeah.
So definitely, see, actually, in government college, absolutely, it's necessary. They have been kept on being promoted from first standard, second standard, 10th, and somehow they pass and they come here. And in fact, sometimes some of my friends are there in +2 and high school. And I normally taunt them. See, you don't prepare anything and send your students to degree level. And we have to start from where what you didn't do. From 5th standard or 6th standard, we'll have to start. Sometimes for some students, 10th standard. So, see, in actually this typical syllabus teaching chalkboard is and done, that doesn't actually give anything to the students. And it's like even we feel happy that we have finished the syllabus and they have undergone some syllabus. But what they have learned, if you ask me, absolutely nothing. What we have taught, to be honest, nothing. We have covered the syllabus. We have finished the syllabus, not uncovered the syllabus.
No, I agree. No, so my question to this is, what do you think are the critical areas? Because you are a great academician, you are an administrator. What do you think, in your opinion, when a youth comes out of college as a graduate, let's say BCom, BA, anything, what do you think are the 5 important things which you want to see in him? And how does, let's say, Unnati bridge that gap? What would you, how would you summarize it?
So, okay. The first thing any graduate, once he finishes graduation, he has to go, first he should lose his fear. Fear. We should have confidence in facing things. Then second, actually, is the most important is communication. Without shame and without fear. Because they feel shyness. See, that shyness, shameness should not be there. The third important, actually, what I actually, in fact, it's not the third. Actually, it's the first. Is basically the language of English language. That he should know, because there's a one international language. Wherever he goes, somewhere he can survive. So that is only one part of communication. But along with it, actually, he should also have the reading and writing skills of business correspondence. That's all. Then fourth, actually, that is part of this one, Unnati, the team building. See, that is how to cooperate and collaborate with your colleagues. See, that is not there if everybody independently, without any developing any team, then it's a whole thing is a disaster actually. And actually, one thing I have found actually in Unnati is that after the 30 days, this one, they don't even recognize that they are the students of our college. They'll start actually saying, I am, what is it, Unnati, that number, they say, I belong to this batch, they said. Then I used to taunt Guru, I think I should not keep you very, very long time in our college. Because even as a teacher and as a principal, I've been doing that. No student has been able to recognize, means associate so openly, so with such a lot of flattery with the teacher who is change maker.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. I'm so happy to hear this, and Before I allow you to go, I wanted one more thing about your book. It is not ordinary. What you have, you have written a book, you have authored a book, and very great publishing critical quest. They're not ordinary people. They have done it for you. So how did that happen, sir?
That's
When did the passion? When did you start thinking of a book?
No, actually, I'll tell you that's see, research is not a one-time agenda or one-time work. That you do one MPhil, you do research. Once you do PhD, research is over. No, it's a lifelong process. Continuously, you are searching and researching them. That book was actually part of my reading with my professor, G. Aloysius. He's my mentor. He and we used to discuss a lot of things on Gandhi, nationalism, and communalism, and the whole Indian history. And that reading was going on, and actually, from the collected works of Gandhi, he had collected a lot of origin. In fact, most of the things actually he collected it, and partly was mine. And the whole thing, whatever he has written on Varna system, or his thoughts were actually Xerox, and the whole thing actually I edited it, took out all the important parts. Then it was actually a bulky book, so it has to be reading. It has to be a little bit critical because it's a mini publication. So the whole 110 volumes, original writings of Gandhi was brought out with a sharp introduction and a framework how to read and critically look at Gandhian ideas on social system, his ideas on Varna system and religion. That was a part. And that research continues, but only now with all my engagement as a glorified clerk in a college with all commitments. The reading is going on, but in some other area. In fact, I have another 2-3 I had written partly, but I'm not finding time or concentration to finish it up. In fact, secularism itself, I had written a lot of things. I wanted to bring out same thing in critical question, but what do you call that? Continuity in the tempo has lost, but I don't know whether I can regain it.
It will come back, sir. Your passion is that. So once this thing is slightly better off, and you move out into the second innings, I think it will come out in a bigger way.
Okay, thank you for your
thank you so much, Dr. Kiran.
Thank you.
Really, very, very insightful. And congratulations on so many big achievements in your life.
Thank you.
We're proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
For supporting Unnati so openly. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.